Imagine this. You walk into a healing circle. People are sitting in a circle, candles glowing, everyone sharing their feelings out loud. Some cry, some talk for hours. It looks like a space of release and connection. But as a man, you might feel like a stranger there. Something in you resists. Not because you don't want to heal, but because the way it is offered doesn't match how you move through pain. This is where the story begins. Men and women heal differently, and when we ignore this, we lose a vital part of human wholeness. Throughout history, men have healed through action, purpose, and ritual. Think of the ancient Spartans, who processed fear and loss not through endless talking but through shared challenge and initiation. Or the Native American vision quests, where young men were sent alone into the wilderness to face themselves and return transformed. These were not therapy sessions, they were designed spaces for men to integrate struggle and emerge with a sense of strength and belonging. Philosophers have seen this difference for centuries. Aristotle wrote that virtue is built in action, not in contemplation alone. Nietzsche spoke of the need to embrace suffering and transform it into strength through what he called amor fati, the love of fate. For men, healing often happens when pain is turned into fuel for becoming. Compare this with Simone de Beauvoir or Hannah Arendt, who emphasized relationality and the webs of connection in human life, perspectives that resonate more with how many women heal through dialogue, relationship, and shared meaning. Fast forward to today. Healing has become an industry. Therapy, mindfulness apps, retreats, coaching programs. And yet, most of these spaces are designed around openness, sharing, emotional release. They work beautifully for many women, but for men they can feel misaligned, even alienating. This is one reason why so many men avoid therapy or wait until crisis forces them in. It is not that men cannot heal. It is that the cultural script of healing doesn't fit their pathways. Look around. Where do men actually heal today? Sometimes in the gym, lifting weights as a way of regaining agency. Sometimes in sports teams, where shared sweat builds brotherhood. Sometimes in extreme challenges, from cold plunges to martial arts. These are not escapes, they are doorways into presence, resilience, and integration. When designed consciously, they can be just as deep as a therapy session, but they speak the language of action, discipline, and purpose. The future of healing will need to recognize this. Imagine men's retreats that combine silence in the wilderness with shared rituals by fire. Programs where vulnerability means showing up fully, taking responsibility, and building something lasting. Spaces where emotions are not dismissed, but integrated through frameworks that feel structured, purposeful, and safe. As more men awaken to their inner lives, these spaces will grow, because the old model of stoicism without expression is collapsing, but the imported model of pure openness without structure doesn't work either. This matters not only for men themselves but for society. Unhealed men often carry wounds into families, communities, and politics. But healed men can bring stability, vision, and depth. Think of Marcus Aurelius, who carried the Stoic discipline of inner reflection into his role as emperor, providing calm leadership during chaos. Or Martin Luther King Jr., who combined spiritual grounding with action and purpose. These examples remind us that healing is not only personal, it shapes history. And now it shapes our future. In a time of constant uncertainty, men need pathways to heal that are not copies of women's spaces, but authentic to their own psychology and history. That doesn't mean separation, it means complementarity. Women and men both carry wisdom, but the forms of healing differ, and honoring that difference is the solution. So here's the provocation for you. If you are a man, don't wait until you break down to seek healing. Look for spaces that challenge you, that ground you, that call you into purpose. If you are a woman, recognize that the men in your life may not heal the way you do, and that is not resistance, it is difference. Together, we can build a culture where healing is not one size fits all, but a mosaic of human pathways. If this resonates with you, subscribe to our channel. We are exploring how philosophy, history, and modern life connect to the way we live, grow, and heal. The next step in this journey might just open a path you didn't know existed.